Okay, so welcome to another deep dive.
Mm.
Today, we are going to be talking about some really interesting stuff, like those totally unexpected things that just kind of pop up in life. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like curveballs coming out of nowhere.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And we're going to be digging into some excerpts you gave us from Untoward, Curveballs, and the Honesty of Animals.
Great title.
I know, right? And he gets into all sorts of things, like how we see ourselves, how others see us, and the whole deal with our furry friends and their honesty.
It's all connected in a way.
Totally. So our mission today is to pull out some nuggets of wisdom about dealing with those surprises and understanding different ways of being honest.
Like what we can learn from how straightforward animals are.
Exactly. So let's jump right in. This word untoward, it pops up right away in your source.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool word. The source defines it as basically like improper, inappropriate, not favorable stuff, basically when things go sideways.
Like when your perfectly planned day goes completely off the rails. And the author gives some pretty personal examples, like how being hungry can really mess with your head.
Oh, yeah. That one really resonated with me. Like sometimes when I'm hungry, my brain just feels foggy and I can't make good decisions.
Right. And he even talks about missing opportunities because his thinking wasn't clear due to hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you realize how important it is to just take care of those basic needs.
Absolutely. It's like if you're not running on all cylinders, how can you expect to handle those curveballs?
Exactly. And he also talks about another curveball running into really attractive people,
Hmm.
feeling a little inadequate sometimes.
Yeah, I get that.
He talks about how he dealt with that by hitting the gym, focusing on improving his own appearance.
It's interesting because he acknowledges that looks aren't everything, but let's face it, they do matter in the real world.
Absolutely. It's about that balance.
And taking control. His response was about self-improvement, which is really a form of agency. Feeling better about yourself, regardless of what's going on around you.
Yeah, taking charge. And speaking of taking charge, your material emphasizes that, well, we can't control everything.
Oh, tell me about it. Life is full of surprises.
Right. But what we can control is how we adapt and how we stay true to what matters most.
It's like you can plan your route perfectly, but then there's a detour. You don't just give up, you reroute.
Love that analogy.
Yeah.
So we've talked about curveballs. Now let's shift gears to something that seems totally different. Animals and honesty.
Yeah, this is where it gets really cool.
The author says, and this is a direct quote, "Strangely, the only real truth in this world are our domesticated animals where they always wear their heart on their sleeves."
It's like he's saying that animals are just so genuine, no hidden agendas, just pure emotion.
And it makes you think, right? Because human interactions can be so complex.
Oh, absolutely. We're always reading between the lines, trying to figure out what people really mean. But animals are just there. What you see is what you get.
And they have this crazy ability to make us feel grounded, like really seen. The author even says, perhaps the greatest gift an animal has to offer is a permanent reminder of who we really are.
That's deep. Like, they reflect back some essential part of ourselves.
Totally. And when you think about it, those untoward curveballs we talked about, they can be pretty unsettling.
They throw you off balance.
But then you have this furry friend who is just there, unwavering in their affection. It's like, okay, some things are still solid.
Yeah, it's a good reminder.
So just to recap, we dove into your excerpts and saw that those unexpected curveballs, they're a part of life.
Can't avoid them.
Nope. But dealing with them means being self-aware, adapting on the fly, and remembering that we still have choices.
We have agency.
And amidst all the chaos, animals offer this incredible sense of stability and a reflection of our own genuine selves.
It makes you wonder, though, if animals can be so straightforward with their emotions, how would our lives change if we were a bit more like that? More wearing our heart on our sleeve kind of honesty. Could that actually help us deal with those curveballs?
Whoa. Now that's something to think about.
Definitely. Lots to unpack there.
I think we gave our listeners a lot to chew on today. Thanks for sharing your excerpts with us.
My pleasure. This was a great conversation.
Until next time.
See ya.